Welcome everybody for the final time this year, the 68th Coupe Aéronautique Gordon Bennett. It is our highlight show and I'm joined in the studio by Benoit, by Sam and by Thomas. Welcome everybody. Let's begin with some highlights.
We're in beautiful Metz. It's a wonderful city. We are here as a result of being the 68th Coupe Aéronautique, the Gordon Bennett gas balloon race. The rules are very simple. You launch all here at the same location and we're standing on a podium by which all the teams will launch. And in the end, it's the team that travels the furthest will be crowned the champion of the year. And they can go north, they can go south, they can go east, west. There's lots of weather patterns here that will allow the teams to be very strategic in their race and how they can achieve all the distances of the other teams.
We can't imagine it was already 2 years ago that we won the Gordon Bennett in US.
As the teams from France, which are very competitive, then certainly Germany. We have also the Austrian now in the top level.
What it takes to win the Gordon Bennett is definitely a strong team which is united and has the same goals.
All over, it's also luck is an important part in the whole game. So it's a long race, it goes over a few days. So everything has to align.
The French team, they are self-built balloons. They are quite lighter than all the other standard sport balloons. They have a good advantage and so then they will be hard to beat. But we hope that this will not the winning strategy to go as high as possible.
And so within the first 12 hours, we'll really have an indication of what their strategy is, which direction they want to go.
Chills and goosebumps from another incredible race. Benoit Pollard, meet director, as well as us here and the teams in the sky. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that make this happen.
You're right. There's absolutely hundreds. I was going to say thousands.
Thousands.
No. Million. No.
Half a million.
No. There are hundreds of people. Maybe have been involved for a very long time. And as the date came back, volunteers on the field did a great job. There was a lot of work to be done, and everybody was on the top, on the desk.
And our sponsors as well. We couldn't do it without the sponsors, right?
Well, we got a big thanks to say to Westphalen first, because Westphalen are absolutely wonderful. I think they've been helping the Gordon Bennett for many years, and this year they were really great. We've got to thank Blazer as well for being a permanent sponsor for the race. We've got the local sponsor UEM, Le Moselle, Metz Metropole, of course, Eurogranula, and Eiffage.
Well, guys, Sam and Thomas, it all begins with ballast. It all begins with the sand and all the action on the ground. What a day that is.
It's an extraordinary day when all the teams start to fill their sandbags and they get their launch assignments, also the draw. That builds a lot of excitement when they know when they'll be able to launch from the podium.
Well, let's have a look at some of the teams filling their sandbags to begin the race. It's really all coming together. We are here in Metz. This is where we are filling the sandbags. This incredible location. It feels like something from a James Bond set. Let's catch you up with some of the teams and some of the support crews. Patrick,
hey.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm fine, you?
Yeah, great. Tell me which team you're supporting.
USA 2 this year, Mark and Sherry.
And this has been a few years now for you.
Eighth time. So yeah, it's great to do that.
It's so exciting, isn't it? Here we are at the beginning.
Yeah.
How much planning goes into this for you before the race?
Well, we do a lot of logistics, but that's mainly France who does that. And then 2 months before then it starts all for us, and then getting some preparations. And last Wednesday, a week ago, we prepared everything in the Netherlands. Mark and Sherry are already 3 weeks in the Netherlands, so last week we prepared everything. So this is nice and easy for us, because yesterday we were here, then we filled our bags, so today it's a day off and going for the opening ceremony tonight.
How many people are in your chase team?
2. And we have 6 in total, but 2 stay in Metz afterwards, and only Frans and I will go chasing.
And what an adventure. Europe is there for the taking, north, south, east or west, who will know?
Yeah, who will know? Yeah, I saw the first trajectories, and there are 2 possibilities, but one is a big of a chance. So yeah, maybe just go for the best option.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible, could be up going north, eh? Very north.
Yeah, very north, but there's also a chance hitting the North Sea or the Norwegian Sea,
yes.
so that's, I don't know.
We shall see, eh?
We will see.
The adventure awaits.
Yeah, okay.
Germany 3, Matthias Legel, Bennett Monks. Benedict is just there doing some of the heavy lifting right now. Exciting moment, this.
Yes. So it's also great to meet the other teams. First time we've been at the hotel and check-in, but there we were pretty much alone. The first to check in this morning. And now seeing everyone again. Most teams after 1 year, after a pause of 1 year. So yeah, great to be back.
So Thomas and Sam and Benoit, how is the anticipation when you're competing, when you're getting your equipment ready, when you're filling those sandbags? How is that moment?
As far as I'm concerned, when we start, I think the race started when we started doing the sand. We're all preparation, but the day when we arrive and we do the sand, that's really the moment we start stressing, and we're in the race from that very moment.
And for you, Sam, and Thomas as well, in your competition times, can you remember how that felt those days?
It's very exciting for the entire team, but really the pilots are trying to get as much rest as they can, those final moments as the balloons are being inflated. Typically they have a balloon meister that will actually do the inflation of the balloon for them, and all the team is assembling all the gear around the basket.
Well, the blood pressure rises a little bit like a week before. When you get the first weather prognosis, you make up your mind, your strategy, and all of this increases your blood pressure. And the closer the launch date comes, the more you look into weather, the more you talk to the strategist, and I would say also the higher your blood pressure becomes.
Let's have a look at some of the footage we've got on the screen there. We've got these French netted balloons there, the original being filled up. It doesn't seem 2 minutes ago, Thomas, since we were there.
Yes, it flies by, especially since we didn't have much sleep. Probably more than the crews up there, but still the sleep is a factor. So, it was on Saturday a beautiful day, a little bit breezy in the beginning that calmed down. So we had a beautiful launch later on.
And Benoit, we didn't know where the weather was going to take us. There was a possibility a few days before that we might have even not had that Friday night.
Well, it was, of course, something more to stress about, because we're not really keen, we're not very sure of the weather, and it turned out that we sort of knew 24 hours ahead that there were good chances of the wind to drop and that we could launch the balloon in the night.
If we have a look at the content on the screen there, we can see our teams up on that purpose-built podium. Germany there, Bennett and Matthias getting ready with Gerhardt as well to take their adventure to the sky. Just checking that final bit of ballast with Thomas Harder. One more bag out as somebody sneaks one in round the back. That never happens, of course. That never happens. And there they go, final handshakes and up into the sky. What a moment. We'll have the team with us actually in the studio in a little bit, and we'll be asking them about that moment and what it's like, those final few seconds. Let's go in to an update very shortly. I want to say thanks, guys, for joining us here, and thanks for all your work with the Gordon Bennett TV this year, and we'll see you again soon. But let's have a look at the teams in flight.
Good morning, everyone, from a picnic basket above France. It's beautiful sky. We're currently heading towards Bust. I would have preferred Boom, but apparently we're tracking towards a place called Bust. I think I've had a little bit of sleep tonight. I think Debbie had a little bit of rest before that, but hopefully we'll get some more later each. And there are worse ways, personally, there are worse ways to spend your first night Gordon Bennett gas ballooning than over this magnificent countryside and lighted up towns. So the sun is actually rising now. It's already bright, but with a beautiful red sky, the sun's coming up. And with the sun coming up, here is Debbie, hard at work. I've put her to work, given her a job to do, and she's making our morning tea, because we're British, so we drink tea in the morning. So we have a course of Earl Grey, and then less British is my breakfast, which is a taste of Asia, lentil dal. Yeah, beautiful sunrise. Beautiful pockets of mist in the on the ground, but yeah, all going very pleasantly at the moment. So sounds like our tea is almost done on our jet boil here, and then we can have breakfast. Ciao ciao for now.
Yeah, hello world from Germany too, over France.
Good morning.
We had a very nice night with a heavy full moon. It was quite impressive. We could saw our shadow just from the moon, and yeah, it was a cold night, but yeah, it was all stable. It was okay. Everything went like our plan, and now we continue to Germany. That's a good country for us.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Nicky?
Really good.
First night, first go on Bennett. First night in a bed.
I slept like a baby, 5 hours. A bit cold, 1 degrees, but nice night.
Okay, so we will continue. All our devices are running well, so we changed a lot in our devices and Technik, but everything is working well, so no issue with that. And I will show you some views out of our bus. The sun is heating us up, and we can see some other gas balloons close by. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, joining us in the studio, our runners-up with the silver medal, it's Germany. Let's give a big round of applause for Germany 3. I'm Gerhard.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot for having us.
Tell us about the race. Tell us all about it.
Well, I think let's start with the launch day, because we just heard some things on it. We had a really, really relaxed launch day. Had quite some time since it's our 6th race. We are quite well organized by now, I think. And had a quite easy first night. Everything was working fine, and
almost a bit boring, to be honest, because yeah, we were supposed to be going fast and far, and
yeah.
What were we doing? We were circling around Metz.
If it happens again, you get a bit bored, you can always watch Gordon Bennett TV. We'll keep you entertained.
Yeah, and then I mean, on the first day, then all of us went up to above 4,000 meters, and that was then the part where it got more stressful, more intense. We put on the oxygen, which is, can be quite tiring at one point. Yeah, and from there on it was just fly high and fly as far as possible.
When did you think like this podium was in your grasp? Did it come? You can see actually on the tracking behind you there on the screen. Look at that, you can see your position moving through, and here comes Swiss One powering through the middle there. But wow, did you know you were?
It was actually that moment when we crossed into Romania on what was it, Monday morning, right?
Monday morning, yes.
Monday morning, and we were in contact with ATC because there were some airspaces there, restricted airspaces, and once the guy on the radio said, "Yeah, none of these airspaces are active," we were like, this is it. Here we go.
Well, talking of airspace and ATC, you talked us through some of your technology on board. Let's have a look at that.
So, all good.
Is it carbon fiber or what?
No, it's well, I don't know how much we want to talk about it, but no, it's all right. I mean, in the end, the frame is aluminum, and we have a Cordura fabric around it. And some secrets inside of it, but I think it's nothing too special.
Well, it looks amazing, guys. When you land, you can tell me a bit more about it, maybe?
Well, as we already did quite a few landings with it, I think we are
pretty sure it will
work perfectly.
Yeah.
We wish you good flights.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Hello everyone.
Good evening from Germany 3 with the last sunlight of the day.
Yeah, today we're gonna talk you a bit through the technical equipment we have here in our basket.
With Gerhard, of course, who is enjoying the flight. So we'll start around here. We got two little sensors for moisture and temperature to check what are the conditions of the air that's surrounding us. Here we have navigation, the tablet with a flight app with all the airspaces and borders and the track which we are flying at the moment. Here we got, of course, the transponder and the airband radio.
So we can communicate with ATC all over Europe.
You can hear them talking in the background. Here we got
our compass, our altimeter, and in here we have a so-called pulse oximeter where you can measure your oxygen saturation in your blood. And since we are flying quite high for quite some time, it's worth it testing that once in a while. And connected to that, as you can see, we are wearing oxygen tubes in the face, and connected this, we have these mountain high equipments, and under the bench we are sitting on, we have oxygen tanks, and those mountain high systems basically give us a pulse of oxygen every time we breathe in. So as I said, since we are that high, we need more oxygen that the air can supply us. And this is a really efficient way, so we save weight in the oxygen tanks we need to take with us.
Exactly. What else do we have? GPS, even a solar one. Not very useful today, though. Our variometer, which shows the climb and descent rate of the balloon. A strong light for emergency landings at night, for example.
Yeah, or to light up the balloon so other aircraft can see it better. And also connected to that, and not also connected to that, but it's a lot of fun. Since this year, we also have a night vision device with us. So during the night, when it's pitch black, we can still see everything like it's a bright day. And yeah, I think that's all the technical equipment we have. I hope it was interesting for you guys, and I hope you enjoy your evening on the couch or in the bed where it's nice and warm, because we have cozy 0.1 degrees up here.
So, perfect temperatures for Gerhard, who's saying good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. So, those of you who have been following the Albuquerque Gordon Bennett race 2 years ago closely, they probably know our 15 minutes toilet video where we build up the toilet in our basket, and we have tremendously improved the setup this year. So if you got an urgent thing to do, you just flip the seat and there you go.
Incredible bit of technology that you've done such a good job with that, guys. Do you know, when you're putting your race together, you're deciding what you're going to be taking with you, do you start off with a big list and then have to narrow it down? How does it work?
Well, kind of. I think this year, or over the last year, was quite special for us because we have an equipment list with around 90 to 100 lines, and we actually went through the full list, weighed everything, had a look on what can we improve on weight, or on the other hand, what do we even need it, or can we just leave it at home? And so basically we went through all our equipment and probably threw out of 30% of it because we said, we probably not gonna need it. It's just for comfort, and in the end, it's a world championship. So sometimes comfort is not the most important thing.
And with your new basket, did it perform better than you expected?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It definitely did. So if we had been flying with our old setup, we were flying like 2 years ago with a really big, heavy basket from our club in Stuttgart. We would have landed 1 day earlier, I guess.
Wow. That's an incredible difference, isn't it?
And it was, of course, and it was also very, very calming to have a lot of ballast left when we went into the final approach.
Yeah.
So we knew that we had some sand to spare.
Incredible. Let's have a look at some of the other teams in flight.
Hello, this is Team Spain 1, the one and only. We are almost crossing to Germany. This is the Rhine River, which marks the border between France and Germany. Let me show you a little bit around of what you can see from the basket. At the moment we put the curtains because it's starting to be quite hot. We're flying at about 3,000 meters, and probably in the last stages of the flight will be even higher. I will show you a little bit around of the interior of the basket. This is the guy, the legend, the number 1, Mr. Angel Aguirre. Big applause. And here we have stuff. Here was where we do our meals, etc. GPS, strategy, radio, and our bed. Quite cozy. Okay. Let me show you how to see the wall when you are sleeping. No, I'm okay. Ooh, susto. Okay, this is the view when you are sleeping. Angel scratching his nose. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye. More to follow.
Hello all.
Hello.
We are currently in about 10,000 feet above the airport of Saverne-Steinburg. And just to give you a little heads up, we are using oxygen already for pretty much the all day, on and off. We are constantly measuring our oxygen in our blood. Device over here, taking it out, putting it on our finger. Just give you a little idea how that works. See, and then it will show us if we better take some or not. And then we use our super system from the United States, and Jan is taking care that we always have enough oxygen to continue our superb flight. Wishing you all a fantastic flight and see you soon.
Bye.
Lots of extreme environments, cold, heat, altitude as well. You needed a lot of oxygen this year.
Yeah, we did, and since we never flew that long, that high, we actually at the beginning didn't know how much of the oxygen we would need, so we took a spare tank, which in the end was more than enough. So there was more than enough buffer. But yeah, we used a lot, and as you can imagine, with the dry air up there and the dry oxygen getting in your nose all the time, your nose is getting dry on the inside, and it's not the nicest thing to do for 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Just tell me quickly, you were using solar panels this year for the first time, right?
Yes, exactly. So normally our batteries would last for like 80 hours, and it would have been enough for that flight. We knew that beforehand, but we also try to learn something new with every flight we do. And so we said, yeah, let's take the solar panel, let's test it. And the sun was, even though it was cloudy over from Slovenia on, we could have done the flight with one battery only, because the charging of the solar panel was enough during the day. So
incredible.
Successful test.
Absolutely wonderful indeed. Well, thank you very much for joining us in the studio, and I can't wait to see you tonight when you get those silver medals around your neck. But let's check in now with In the Sky with Swiss 2 and GBR2.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody from the basket of Switzerland 2. We are in the middle of Hungary, just in front of the Plattensee, and I'm switching the camera. So you see the Plattensee just right in front of us. So we are going to cross it straight in the middle. But what you also see is also a lot of humidity in the air. You see also a bit of convection here in the background, and zooming into it. Topics with which we are going to deal with later in the day and in the night. René is currently sleeping, preparing for the night, so he is having a bit of rest. It's going to be an interesting night and a deciding night. Obviously, the weather situation has changed considerably with that high altitude, low pressure system depression moving a little bit to the south and influencing whatever we see here, attracting a lot of humidity. And enjoy your evenings to everybody on the ground. Bye bye.
How cool is this? We are flying right over Stuttgart Airport, under the control of Langen Radar, and they've been very hospitable, letting us climb to the height we need for the track we need. It's not every day you get to fly straight over a busy, active airport. So, Dankeschön Deutschland für eine wunderschöne Rundfahrt so far. And ja, so schon, so geil. But in English, it's still a balloon fight. And we are just loving it. Looking forward to tonight. Yeah, just brilliant. It's great. And then I'm just going to pan you around, say hi to Debbie, who says hi, and then there is Stuttgart with their football stadium, and I've only been to Stuttgart once for a night out with Benedikt Munz many years ago of one of the German teams. But never thought I'd be seeing it this way. Anyway, that's it for now. And I'm sure you'll hear from us again soon.
Great stuff. We're joined in the studio. France Tour with us. Give him a big round of applause, taking the bronze medal, ladies and gentlemen. Eric and Benoit, welcome back, welcome back. What a journey. Tell me, the ATC was complicated this year.
ATC is always complicated in Europe for all balloons. What we plan does not happen as we plan always. And we had a very interesting example that you will remember. In 2019, three balloons were forced to land before München.
Yes.
And so we had that in mind because it was a big disappointment. And this year, we plan to go south of Munich. But the wind was not exactly on the right, and in the last 3 hours we were going on the corner of Munich. So we called the command center, the ATC, everyone was working on it, and finally we got the clearance, and it was a 3 hours stress. Yes. I mean, and along the flight everything is prepared with all command centers of competitors, so that's fine. But this year we experienced some problem with the radios, and which we never expected before. We have all spare equipment, 2 radios, 2 transponders, 2 computers, and so on. And this year, for example, we have an example where in Croatia, the connection was 5. I reach you 5, I copy you 5. And when we entered Serbia, there was no connection. So it was a bit surprising. And I heard it happen also to other pilots. So sometimes people made the relay for us. Sometimes we made the relay for other pilots. So ATC was a bit complex this year.
Indeed it was. And one of our newer pilots, Tom from GB2, let's find out his reactions from his landing.
So Debbie, say hi to the camera.
Hi camera.
Hi camera.
Hi camera.
We've landed safely near Santa. A little bit early for the Balloon Festival here this weekend, but Andrew here has said that he runs the Balloon Club right here in Santa, and he's come and met us, and we have the local Petter from the local traffic police, and then border police are coming along on the way to just, you know, rubber stamp that we're here. It's about my 3rd or 4th attempt at filming this video because I was a little emotional on the other ones, because this has been my dream to fly in the Golden Bennett for, I don't know, 20 years. at least. And you know, when you just qualify to fly gas balloons this time last year, I made 2 gas flights when I waved Debbie off in Münster, and now I've spent 60 hours in a gas balloon and flown over 1,000 kilometers, and it's amazing. This is probably the best flight I've ever had. Without a doubt. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like this. But it's words cannot do justice to how incredible this experience has been. I'd like to thank everyone who's made it possible. Especially Debbie and Mike for giving me this opportunity. Willie for being the best teacher to learn to fly gas balloons. Benny for signing me off. My wonderful fiancée for giving me the support to make this happen when we were travelling the world. What? 6 months ago still, with no plans to be doing this. And she's probably an hour away now in the retrieve, coming to help. And my parents, my father, for, you know, bringing me ballooning when I was 4 or 5 years old, hot air ballooning. And most kids get taken to the football. I got taken hot air ballooning weekends. And I love it. Anyway, I'm going to stop blubbering, and we have a lot of work, a lot of mess to tidy up now, and then we're going to deflate the balloon, pack it away. I have some champagne, sleep, and see a lot of you back in Metz. And good luck to everybody who's still flying. I can't wait to see who ends up winning later today. I assume, or maybe tomorrow. But I would guess this evening we might know. Anyway, maybe I don't know. I'm out of words. Bye.
Incredible emotions for your first Gordon Bennett, Eric.
Yes, it's very interesting to share that with the public, with the audience, because nobody can understand what we live on board for 50, 60 or 70 hours, especially the first Gordon Bennett. I have a good memory of my first Gordon Bennett, and it was so intense. You still dream about it for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I think, Benoit, for your first Gordon Bennett?
Yes, it was, but it was a little short because...
yeah.
Because of München.
But it's always a step that we can't imagine. Yeah. We started the gas ballooning 15 or 20 years ago, and as Tom said, I never thought to be on board. And for us, it was a special moment in terms of emotion, because we asked our mentor, our instructor Vincent Les, to be on the podium for the launch. Oh. And we were proud to be on the podium because we are 2 of his students. We have done 6 Gordon Bennett and now 3 podiums. And it was even with tears. So we are happy with that. It's a kind of emotion, very difficult to describe.
Yes. Yeah, I think that content really touched a lot of people. We got a lot of messages in the studio from people watching at home saying they were in tears and they really started to understand just what it means for these teams to put themselves in this, which is probably one of the biggest last adventures available, right? There's nothing like it.
What is funny is that in the last 3 days, 2 days, 1 day before takeoff, or even a few hours before takeoff, nobody knows where we go. Yeah. Nobody of the family, nobody of the friends, and even in the command center, they plan this and we land here. And so it's really an adventure, and we all face some problems with oxygen or ATC or I would not say toilets or whatever, but there are always unexpected things, and we need to face that during the flight. So that's an interesting adventure.
Well, let's look at what you two were saying in flight. Now let's have a little bit of a look at your adventure.
Hello guys, not easy to get connections here. We are very high level above Hungary, and as you can see, the weather is very nice, and that will be the sunset in a moment. So keep fighting. See you tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone. It's about 15 past 12 on this Monday after almost 3 days flight. French team, number 2, France 2, still in flight. And the weather is pretty good around, a bit of thermals, but that's fine. So we're going to fly a few more hours. See you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
We just landed 20 minutes ago in north of Romania. The balloon is here. Not summer thermals. The French flag, we are happy. For the moment, we don't know who is going to fly again. There were some locals coming with some beers, but just for them. But we are happy after a 64 hours flight, and we are starting to manage everything inside. See you later.
Thank you for these great updates, guys. It's really good to get the content from you. Just tell me a little bit more about your landing. How was it?
We had some discussion about the landing because we knew that Germany 3 was behind us and in position to get the silver medal. So there was an option about the big forest, the thermals, and there was 2 big cumulonimbus. Say, we can fly half an hour more to be maybe for the second place. But say, if we fly half an hour more, they will fly half an hour more. And we may put the 2 teams at risk if we want to do that. And at the moment, as Benoit is doing on the landing all the time, say, I don't feel it, he's going on the right, and let's say, let's land now, and we will know what happened, but it's better to be on the ground. So we finally decided, and discussing with our friends that we congratulate from Germany 3, they said they didn't look at us, they were concentrated on the landing, because at the end it's safety. So, and then we heard just after landing, we were on the 3rd position, but we didn't know before, and it was only 1.4 kilometer difference, which is almost small, because when we went on the ground, we went back, and that was surprising.
Well, we look forward to seeing you tonight on the awards, on the podium with your medals, but thanks very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, your bronze medalists, let's hear it for our France 2. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So, the winners, Swiss won. It all began with the launch. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, as we take our 2nd place silver medalist from last year into the sky, we bring you the national anthem of Switzerland. So joining us live in the studio, Kurt and Pascal, our winners this year. Swiss won. Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolutely incredible flight, guys. Welcome to the studio. You seem to have brought one shirt too many. I don't know.
Yes, this is for you.
Ah.
I saw you have a little bit cold.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Winner, Gordon Bennett, the 68th Coupe Aéronautique. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Listen, let's have a look at what was going on with you guys in the basket. Joining us live by Zoom, Kurt and Pascal, Swiss One. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi together. Hello together.
So, give me a little recap of your flight so far.
Well, actually, we wanted to be in Sweden now, but that didn't really work out as planned, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we had actually both strategies going on, and we tried at the beginning to be in parallel so that we still can choose. And as soon as we saw that the Sweden-Norwegian challenge was a little bit too high for us also, we decided to go after the other strategy, and that's where we are now. So picking up from the back, and as a good strategy always being coming from the back and see what the others do.
And how is your situation? I know you don't give too much away during these interviews, but are you with supplies? Are you where you are? What can we ask? You know, we're never going to get a straight answer, but how are you feeling? Are you feeling confident?
Well, we are still in a good mood, I would say. We still have we still have good food. We have water. We are on a good sunny or almost sunny height. So yeah.
You're
The wind's
in
a little bit unstable, so that's a little bit a problem. We have a strategy to follow the direction, but the winds are not so stable, so it's not so easy to follow the track. But yeah, we do our best.
Well, you're in shirt sleeves, so it's not too cold at that altitude right now with your sunshine.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, but I'm not a good measurement, you know. I am always a little bit more lighter in clothing than others. You see that on our side, huh?
I'm a little bit sweating, but for the sponsor we do everything.
Yeah, exactly. Always sponsors first, my friends. Always, always. You are posting and the pictures, and this stable video now is quite impressive.
Yeah. With Starlink, it's absolutely a game changer. All the time, internet doesn't care. We have enough batteries, so with the fuel cell is no problem. So that's really great.
Does this make a change to your strategy? Does this make a change to what you can plan and how you can react, having this constant connection?
Yeah, when you have all the time connection to your team, then you don't lose time by connecting. When it's something important is something important, then you lose time by connecting with the sat phone, and now it's really great. Just call them and ask. That's great.
And you may remember the time when we also had some issues with the tracking.
Yes.
Sometimes tracker were showing up, sometimes not, and so on. So all this has also gone. So I'm also happy with the whole tracking system. And what we get as feedback from the crowd on the ground, I mean, they are also quite enthusiastic how they can follow us, how good that works. So I think we are really there on a professional way to bring that to the people, but also do that as a competition, really, with all the possibility we have.
Guys, thank you for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We watch with bated breath to see how your day develops. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
We certainly saw how the day developed. To me, you covered a lot of the information there, but just give me a little bit more detail about how that race worked out for you. And we've got the tracking on the screen as well behind.
Well, as you may have read our blog from Daniel Gerschgas said at the beginning, that's like Krüsimüsi, huh? So, and Krüsimüsi means you don't know where you go. It's like spaghetti. And that's really showing the tracking very well on the beginning. And that was also for us at the beginning, just to stay there where we are, don't move too much, because we knew later on we have to go further when we can wait.
Yes.
Not going just for the speed at the beginning, but wait. And that was actually always is a challenge for all the teams, but somehow we made it quite well.
Tell me a little bit about your first Gordon Bennett win. Let's just wind it back. Tell me a bit about that.
Oh, I remember that was in Bristol. It was also quite windy with the lift off. and it was on the island, so everyone was saying, well, how do you want to make a Gordon Bennett from there? I mean, it's only one wind direction, which mainly brings you maybe to ground. But this was really also a very special one because, as Kurt also said in the basket, I think in an interview also said, it's emotional. Gordon Bennett is always a lot of emotion. In the basket we have highs and lows, and with the first Gordon Bennett win we had, there was also quite a low because when we crossed the channel, we entered France, the airspace of France, and there was an air show. And we were actually forced to land at the beginning. They told us, you have to land, you cannot cross that air show. But then we got the clearance on 10,000 or higher. And so we threw blast out, and we were not even thinking of winning. I mean, we were just thinking of stay in the race as long as we can. And then really we went on, and then it was crossing or getting close to the Mediterranean Sea. I think we got a call.
Then we get a call to go higher in the evening, and this is absolutely unusual.
Yes.
But we did it, and we find the good wind to come to a very good direction for landing at the Black Sea.
Incredible. Well, it all comes down to the teamwork of yourselves and the teamwork of all the support crew on the ground in the headquarters. And during the race, we actually took a drive out from Gordon Bennett TV up to the headquarters of France. So it's a great honour to be invited to the command centre of all the French teams. And Bastian's here with me. How are you, my friend?
Good, thank you.
Tell everybody where we are. What is this location?
We are in Nancy, close to Nancy, Vendreuil-Nancy, in the command center for all 3 French balloons.
We have to be quiet. There's a lot of intense activity happening behind. In general terms, can you tell me what is happening here?
So, 1 crew for each French balloon, plus mutualized expertise. And each of these crews is tracking and defining a strategy, it's a flight strategy for their crew, and managing the communications with the balloons.
And this is happening 24 hours a day?
Yeah, 24 hours a day, all race long.
Let's go next door and we'll give these guys some space to continue.
Great.
So it is very special to get that access and to be inside the command centre. It's a very tense room.
Yes, it is. It is, or tense, focused. Let's say focused, very focused, and with high intensity work.
Yeah, it's not a game, eh? I mean, it's a sport, but it's a big prestige, and everybody wants to win as well. And the 3 French teams all in one room. Have the French teams always worked together as a team?
Oh, each balloon has its own strategy, but there is communication, and there is a mutualized expertise for weather and ATC, for example. But each balloon has its own team working on its own strategy.
Welcome back, everybody. I've got a change of shirt. Thank you, team. We're joined in the studio by not only Swiss One, but the support crew as well. Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just have a quick word with Jean-Marco, because he did a great job there joining us on Gordon Bennett TV in those final minutes, talking us down through it. We noticed you have the iPad with the 3 connections. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so, we are a team that works very closely together, and the last... what was maybe last hour, maybe half an hour, we were very close with everyone. So we had a call set up with the balloon, but with the chase crew as well. And we were all like coordinating each other and talking everyone through what's happening. Is everything going well? The landing after 3 days and 3 nights is, it's not a normal one, right? So there's not much ballast left. So you really want to know, is everything going well? So that's why we're very close.
And you have such a good backup team here. The importance of the team, just talk me through it a little bit.
Well, I think everyone has his special role on the knowledge they have, the competence they have. But on the other side, all of the team, they know how to help the other. So we are a small team, but we also talked about how big could be a team that we don't have too much overhead. And I think we are in a good size in the moment, that everyone can still help the other ones, but still have quite a fast and decision-making progress. So we are very happy with the ground crew, retrieve crew, but also with strategy, with weather. Danny Gesgras is not here now, but he is really also our central meteorologist, which brings always the fine point to the strategy to make it the perfect one.
It's absolutely incredible. The teamwork you have, it really is Swiss precision. It is. It's like a beautiful watch. We really do appreciate it. Jean-Marco, just tell me, what was the moment you realised that this win was going to happen?
You know, it's always an up and down. So I think in the morning, Monday morning, we had like a plan where we knew, okay, if this and that, everything works out, then we have a chance and we know how we can do it. But then, of course, like you never know what's going to happen. The other teams need to land as well. And then I think it was around noon, we were like following the team. They need to pass the last mountains, the last ridges, and we were like checking every track point.
Yeah.
Does the direction work, the speed? And then suddenly they call us, tell us, oh, now it's not fast enough anymore, the direction changes. And then we're like, oh no, now we lost it again. And then it needed some convincing and some finding the right direction again. And then we knew it, okay, now they're going over it and we have it. Yeah.
Well, you did it. Let's check in with our final update from the teams in flight.
Good morning.
Good morning from the basket of USA 3. We are enjoying the sunrise just south of Nuremberg in Germany. We are headed down. Unfortunately, all good things come to an end. We've had a great race, but this is as far as we're going to be able to get today. So in about another hour, we're going to come in and land. But we really want to say thank you to everybody at the Gordon Bennett for organizing this event, and best of luck to our fellow competitors that are duking it out as they fight their way through the skies of Europe, and we're going to be watching the results as soon as we get done packing the balloon up. So safe flight to everybody, and we look forward to hearing all the stories when everyone gets back.
Thank you. Good.
Place where we want to land. We have a huge forest here. Look at this. Not landable. Very difficult. And it was also not easy to fly under these clouds into the landing area to get the Austria team. We still not have them, but I think when we're over the forest we can make it. There are huge clouds, still no rain in it, and of course no thunderstorm, but it's difficult to get the cooling of the gas every time when the cloud is in front of the sun, and then it changed again. But we have so plenty of ballads left that we could make it.
So, Austria 2 at flight level 180. We will probably have to land soon because all our food is frozen. See that? Pretty hard for a soft cheese.
Until everybody's on the ground. We were just discussing off camera. I was asking, what could they possibly do to not win the race? I mean, landing in the water is one of them, right?
That's a disqualification, of course, and depending on how big the body of water is, but the Danube River is pretty large. We also have some issues with nighttime flight in Bulgaria. I'm not necessarily saying that that's a disqualification.
You can see here our rest of the ballast. We have here one bag, two bags, and some here in, and also a lot around which we can drop if it's needed. So, and a really good area for landing. At the moment we are slowly descending by 1 meter per second, so we have time to go down to enjoy the scenery and also to enjoy our victory.
We will finish it perfectly. So we have now the full concentration on our landing.
You must have known. When did you know that it was going to be yours?
Well, it's actually quite late. I mean, Gianmarco said they were expecting that, so when we had the last call together. But for us was always Germany one topic, because we knew they are quite fighting hard. We knew that from last year. I mean, they tried until the last point to get closer to us in South Portugal. So we knew Germany one is certainly a point to watch.
Yeah.
And then we entered the Romanian airspace. We got contact to Romanian radar, and we told them, well, we will probably in 2 to 3 hours we will land. And then we get a message on WhatsApp, and they wrote us, and that's really kind of sportsmanship what we experience in Gordon Bennett, and that's really exceptional. They wrote us, hey guys, don't do anything dangerous. We will land. We will take the seventh place. We are looking for that, but we will not target your area. We are not going into another night. So they were texting us that just to make sure that we don't do anything stupid. And this was really, for us, it was really heartwarming to see that they will give us this information, knowing that they will not pass over us.
That's incredible. That is heartwarming. My cynical mind, I'd be thinking, it's a tactic. They're trying to trick us into something. But your landing was amazing as well, wasn't it? You had a really nice landing.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of that.
That was really perfect, yeah.
It was indeed. We've got some footage actually to show you of you when you had landed. It was just gorgeous with the sunset and being live with you. Let's have a look. All right, we are live here in the studio, Gordon Bennett TV. We are live with Swiss One on the ground. Can you hear us, gentlemen?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, hey! Look at this sunset. Congratulations,
what a
guys.
Great rise. What a great race, what a great landing spot, absolutely fantastic. This morning we were not sure if not one or two teams able to make another night. So it was not clear just before the Germans also were landed. A great feeling also when you are in the air. The last 2 hours, you know, yes, we are the champions, and that is a really good feeling also for landing. And my wife said, hey, focus on landing now, huh? The heart says, go on, and the body says, oh, come on, I want to have a rest.
Guys, we're going to leave you. We'll let you carry on and enjoy your moment together. I'm sure you want to share this, but thank you very much. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, any final words, guys, before we end for the day?
Well, certainly thank you to everyone. I mean, thank you for the whole team of Gordon Bennett. Thank you to the whole organizational team. Thank you to all the pilots, for all the crews, for all the members which are taking part, because without them, we were not standing here as a winner. And the Gordon Bennett is just for us a great moment to be together, but also to compete.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Big round of applause one more time to your winners of the 68 Coupe Aéronautique Gordon Bennett. We'll be back with you next year from Austria. But until then, from all of us here, see you soon.